Well, I do want to welcome each and every one of you here. So here we are asserting Congress's long-established responsibility in the oversight of our use of military force, and also limiting Americans' engagement in this war, which has gone on far too long. I think we all agree. It's so sad. The President must sign this legislation. We're so proud of the bipartisan support, bicameral legislation that we will sending him to advance a peaceful, enduring solution to a horrific humanitarian crisis. Thank you again for this important step and shining a spotlight on what's happening in Yemen, setting a standard for what kinds of military engagement we take part in, how we support other nations, and how the impact that has on human dignity of the people of those countries, in this case Yemen. So it is with great honor that I will now sit down and sign. Oops, did it in the wrong place. I did it in the Vice President's place. Well, he'll have to just turn an N into something.
It was really a collective effort to finally get this for a vote. And, we didn't get a vote for 2 years with the previous speaker on this. And the consequence was thousands of people died. People often say, why am I so passionate about this? And there was a famine in West Bengal in 1943. And my grandfather at the time was in jail. And 3 million people died because of indifference. And this famine could have 14 million people. So I really hope the President will sign the bill.
Save the Children thinks as many as 22 million people could be at risk of starvation. The inability to get food delivered to people who need food, or medicine, or humanitarian relief, poses a challenge to the international community. And this is an important step for us to take, to say this cannot go on, it must not go on. We must not facilitate this continuing threat to millions of people and their lives and well-being. So again, we had a very good vote on this, and it was a very positive vote. The Senate has passed it as well with a majority vote, and I would hope that the President of the United States would concur with the majority of the United States Senate in a bipartisan vote, and the majority of the House of Representatives with a bipartisan vote, and sign this bill.
But there are these moments when we can do something truly consequential, bipartisan, bicameral, where we can stop the suffering of millions of people. And I think this is one of these moments where we have done this now. We have done our job, both in the House and the Senate, both parties, and now it's really up to the White House and Mr. Trump to sign this and bring some relief and some conscience back to this part of the country.
So now we'll just be persistent in the hopes that the President will sign the legislation.